How you
Hoosier.
doing?
Oh, how you doing?
Okay. How you doing? All right. Hoosier Hangout episode big old
13.
1-3. Yeah.
13, man. We make
Yeah.
this joke
Yeah.
like every other episode, but longest commitment we've ever had.
Yeah. I've never done anything as long as this. I've never even done a podcast this long before. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Crazy,
Well,
right?
I got the 14 episodes of my last podcast. So.
What was your last podcast? Are you cheating on me with another podcast?
Yeah, it's with my cat. It's with my cat Sriracha.
That's not a bad name. That's not a bad cast. I bet.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty entertaining,
Why haven't I heard it? Is it just like, hey,
It's pretty
Sriracha, what's up?
Meow.
Like,
It's pretty underground, and it's
yeah. It's pretty indie.
yeah. That's why it's only 14 episodes long.
Yeah, it was an artistic choice before. Yeah.
Yeah.
To go 214. Yeah. Okay.
It's
No,
like-
I get that.
Like when a director starts failing at all their movies, they go, "Well, it was a directive choice. It was an artistic choice, and
Yo.
I didn't do it for the people."
I did it for me, and I did it for the art of it.
Yeah,
I did it for
exactly.
the culture of man. It's like, all right, buddy. Too bad you made a shit movie.
You guys just don't realize how important this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
how are you doing today? I want to. We'll clear some. How you doing?
There was some snow up here today.
Yeah. Same
and
here.
Because so I'm just stupid, and in New Hampshire, I have ran this whole winter on bald tires and an ABS light.
Yeah. All the time.
Yep. And on my way home today, I was like, oh, I take like. So on the way home, just as I'm leaving work, I can take like this offshoot road that is just like, a lot of people take it, so it's always like plowed and everything, but it's downhill, and then at the end of it, you get to like the main road that you would get to if you took the long way, which is the main road. But when you first get onto the hill, you have to go up, or onto the off road, you have to go up a little bit and then down the big hill. And my car got stuck immediately on the slight grade of uphill, and I was like, that sucks. And so I threw it in reverse, and then people got behind me, and then I was like, this sucks. And then once I like fully stopped and started backing up, or like just like figuring it, just turning around essentially. So I've had the ABS light on. A new light came on that was just it was red and bright. It is bright, and it is like. It just says parking, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then there's like a P, or maybe it says brake and there's a P, and that's why I thought of parking. But it's like, it's a big, hey, the computer found something wrong with your brakes. Get this shit fixed.
Right. Okay.
So I drove home.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Well, I've had some car troubles this week.
Oh yeah.
Not with my car. With the bank, I use the bank's car whenever we do courier runs. Yeah, we actually call it the whip.
Dough whip. Okay, my bad. I forgot you guys are crazy down there in Kentucky.
Yeah. So anyway,
Tell me more about the whip.
I was driving the whip the other day, and hey, you need to change your oil light came on. I was like, okay. So I told my manager, he's like, all right, drop it off at the place. I'll pick you back up. And so we dropped it off, and then like an hour or two came back, and they're like, yo, the main thing that like makes the brakes work was hanging on by an absolute thread. And I was like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, I went ahead and tightened it, but you lost one of the nuts to it, so okay. So I didn't, get hurt or anything, but there was definitely one more pothole, and I probably wouldn't have brakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that's where I am, because the ABS light came on 3 months ago. And in July, when I got my car inspected, they were like, hey, it's $1,600 to repair all this stuff, blah 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 blah. And I was like, can I get away with paying you less? They were like, yeah, we'll inspect your car as inspectable, if you do everything except for like this one brake fix, like there's another brake fix I had to do that was mandatory, but then there's like this one where like the rotors or something on like one of the front tires, and I think it's like the front left.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, we don't have to do that, but get it done soon. And I was like, bet. And it's been like 8 months. And I haven't ever gone back. Aside, I actually got my tires rotated because it's a front wheel drive and the front tires were so bad. I was like, hey, yo, can we get them rotated? And they were like, sure. And then when they came out, they're like, it's $23. We like change your tires. And I'm like, it's kind of expensive. And they're like, there's some for $500. We'll charge you like basically nothing. You're gonna die because like one of the guys who runs it is like friends with my mom, and he's like, get new tires, bro.
Oh yeah.
And that was 2 months ago. So,
yeah, I feel
chilling.
like one, like maybe next episode or the episode after, it's gonna be, so my tire went out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm expecting that soon. I think when I get paid this week, I'm calling my garage and being like, hey buddy,
you guys
order those tires. Order those tires, boss, because I need them. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but at the same time, oh my god, one more quick thing. The fucking snow up here has near fully melted 3 times and then got snowed on by like 4 or 5 inches.
So is that like
times.
3 layers of ice there?
No, it's not like 3 layers of, like, it's like legit, like we had like basically my whole yard was clear except for like the snow bank on the front where like the plows like threw the snow on our yard. Everything was clear, and everywhere around it was all clear, and all wherever you went. And then we got 4 inches of snow dumped on us, and then it all went away, and then 4 inches of snow dumped on us, and then it just went away again, and then 4 inches of snow got dumped on us. And it's like,
okay,
it's like, this just sucks. Like it's all, I don't know, what's up.
We didn't have it that bad. We just got like a couple inches of snow. I want to say like 3 inches, which is, you know, pretty good for us, but that's it. We just had 3 inches of snow and that's it.
Yeah, sometimes I wish it was just 3 inches of snow. But yeah, like, and then like I think Thursday and Friday it's gonna be like fucking 60 degrees. When we had a 60-degree day last week, and then today it was like freezing and inches of snow. It's like, can we be done?
It went from 70 to 20 for us.
Oh yeah, it's been all over the place.
It's getting crazy.
For the past like 3 weeks, this has been happening. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been like, I don't need new tires. Not yet, at least. It's not like it's gonna snow. I still really need new tires, but I'm like, it won't snow again. And then it snows and it melts, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need new tires. It all melted again. It's been the worst, man. Oh, I'm really out here struggling.
Well, first thing, I think we're both probably have it on our list. New Pokemon starters.
Yeah, I like the dinosaur, the fire guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, we got a kind of a weird casting here. We got a fire apple dinosaur thing. We got a grass cat, and of course a water duck. Never been done before.
No, never been done before. Can I give you my hot take?
Go for it.
The apple dinosaur, goated. Love that little fucking guy. He looks like a fucking little goblin. The cat, just fucking adorable. Like, cool Pokemon. Hopefully it turns into like a fucking like tiger. Like, that'd be sick. The duck fucking sucks.
Okay, so right? I'm wondering where the hot take is. That's exactly dead on what I think. The fire apple.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people gassing up the duck. They're like, "Yo, this duck is fire, dude! Look at him! Look at his fucking hair, dude! He's so funny. He's so sassy with his arm." And it's like, okay, but he fucking sucks, right? Like, I'm so glad you're.
This is a very clear. You go fire this route because it's a duck, right? It's a duck, okay?
Yeah.
Sure, the little swan Pokemon, cool Pokemon. I like using that Pokemon. Golduck, the cat.
Yeah.
Every single cat we have is never turned out to be a cat in the end, except Meowth. Like, look at Litten.
Yeah.
Litten's a fucking wrestler.
And there's Meowth, and then there's the purple and yellow one from Gen 5.
Yeah. Persian?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or Persian's the evolution of Meowth, isn't it?
Yeah, and then there's, I don't know.
I know which cat you're talking about.
Purple cat Pokemon.
I know which one you're talking about from.
Oh, there's Skitty into the Skitty evolution, and then there's the yellow and purple one.
Damn. Okay, there are a lot. Okay, there are a lot of cats, but still, a cat starter.
Yeah. No, yeah, because like Incineroar, like when I saw the fucking, I don't know his name, the Incineroar baby, I was like, that thing's cool. I wanna pick it, and then I saw Rowlet, and I was like, never mind. But
right.
But then it turned into Incineroar, and I was like, damn, that shit really do be dog, huh?
Like, yeah, that was one of the worst takes that they could have taken with Litten. Litten would have been so cool if they kept him on all fours, right?
Yeah.
But because he's a wrestler, like, I'm sorry, if you like Litten and you like Incineroar, please, go in a hole and stay in that hole, because nobody wants to hear from you.
I just saw the funniest 9gag meme. POV, your grass starter hit level 36, and it's a palette swapped Incineroar to be green. Thanks, 9gag.
I think this is a very clear winner on which starter is good. But let's be honest, right? Like, most recently, the starters have not been great.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a clear winner on this one. What are they? There's Sprigatio, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. Quaxley's such a bad name. I think, like, there's a part of me that when I see the cat, I think they can't fuck it up again, can they?
Oh, they will.
I know, but there's a part of me that says, hey, they might. I mean, I gotta see, like, the final evolution before I pick, but it's like, high chance I pick the dinosaur, the fire croc Pokemon, Fuecoco. Best name anyways. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do Sprigatito if it's cool. Because I could see him also fucking up the little fire guy.
Oh, yeah, I could totally see him. But what I was getting to, like, the starters just... I don't think I'm going to stick with my starter this time. Huh. I don't know. I know, like, a lot of people usually stick with their starter, but recently I'm not impressed with the starters. I loved Grookey until he evolved, and then I was done with him. And I just...
Yeah. If I could have stuck with Sun and Moon, I definitely, like, would have been like, yo, fucking Decidueye is awesome, because he is. But, like, every other starter for a while has been kind of lame.
See, even Rowlet, I really like Rowlet. But once he evolved, I was kind of like, eh. Like, I don't know if I really care anymore about Rowlet. I don't know. I'm not a huge Decidueye, however you say that, fan.
Yeah.
And especially the middle evolution. I don't like the middle evolution.
The middle, yeah. Dude, the middle evolutions for starters always kind of just suck ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I like Ivysaur, though.
Yeah.
But
he's alright.
He's basically just Bulbasaur, but a little bit bigger, though.
Yeah, that's what makes him, like, alright, is, like, he's just kind of like, he's large.
Yeah. he's almost
fat
blue.
Bulbasaur. Yeah. So... Oh my god, I kind of love, I kind of love Pokemon fan art for like when people are like, I want, like, this is what I think the next start is gonna be like, because some of it's like really good, and some of it, and the thing I'm about to send you is not like drawing quality like goofs, but like just how far off the original design some of these like the fire guy is gonna go. It's like sometimes they're really fun, but sometimes it's like, I don't know what you were thinking when you did any of this, you know?
There's some interesting takes out there.
Oh, yeah. Like, so for
what
reference...
the hell?
Look what they did to the middle fire guy. So they turned the fire guy, the Fuecoco, he went from the little crocodile, and then they gave him, like, feathers and made him fire/grass, and then in his final evolution, his legs just go away for some reason, and he just has only the tail, and he just kind of is a snake bird.
Why did the duck turn into a platypus?
Yeah, and then the duck turns into a platypus, and it's like bill gets like super like dark brown, and it's like got like a weird stomach patch for some reason, and then its hair goes from hair to just a blob of water. Yeah.
What the hell?
And then like the grass poison is like whatever, it just turned into a big cat with like blobs of poison on it, but like that's like whatever. But like why, like, I don't know where people are going with that, making it a freaking...
Why would the
fire guy a bird?
Why would the duck turn into a platypus? I don't get that.
Yeah. And then, like, if any of those is going to turn into ground, it wouldn't be the duck, it would be the crocodile.
Right?
Yeah. What do you think about the names Scarlet and Violet?
It's all right. I don't really care what it's called, I guess. It's all right.
Fair enough.
I like the little...
I definitely thought it was a little weird, but it's not like it's...
Yeah.
It's not like it's bad, it's just like...
I like that they're at least bringing back like a color, yeah.
Yeah.
And like inside the violet, there's that like nice little almost galaxy look. I like that.
Yeah, and then like the scarlet has like the gem like diagonal.
Right, yeah.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Scarlet and Violet takes off. It comes out this year, right?
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be like more wild areas like Arceus style.
Yes, which I'm very excited about. I don't know how well this game will be. I think right now it's a little too soon to say, but I'm excited to see how this goes. Hopefully get something pretty nice. I'm crossing my fingers.
I think it'll be something worth looking into. I don't know if I'll play it. Maybe I'll wait another generation. But I don't know.
I think I'm gonna play it. I mean, even like a lot of people didn't like Sword and Shield. I liked it. It was fun. It was fun to just kind of sit back and, ooh, look at this fish that's absolutely destroying everything. Like, it's just fun to goof around in, I guess. Just kind of hang out and vibe. I've got a little thing real quick.
Okay, hit me.
I saw the Batman.
Okay.
Did you?
I didn't see that yet. No.
I don't know how much you want me to say then. How much do you care?
I don't think I will bother to go see it until it hits streaming. So go for it.
You want me to just go for it? Like just straight up everything on my mind?
Do we want... I mean, spoiler alert, I guess, for people listening.
Yeah, it's going to be a spoiler alert, because I'm going to say some things about...
The timestamp it. Oh, you know what we should start doing? Or maybe our podcast isn't structured enough. It'd be cool if we did, like, the chapters, so you could skip ahead on YouTube.
We would have...
Anyways.
We'll look into that later.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll look into that.
The Batman.
Yeah.
This is a movie that I actually enjoyed. And the more...
Holy shit.
The more I think about it, the more I like it. I'm just...
Oh my god.
I know, it's just crazy to think about. It's gonna be an episode that Austin is actually reformed. I'm not mad. I'm happy.
Can you still yell about how much you love it?
I love this movie, and I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what Ben Shapiro says about this movie.
It's not the same. I like it when you're angry.
I have some things that I will get a little bit upset about, but not really heated. I guess I'll start off with the bad because I think there are more goods than bad. Our theory about Bruce Wayne being broody all the time, it's true. Yeah,
son of a bitch.
He brutes the whole entire time. But a good thing about that is this movie is 85% Batman. The rest is Bruce. We don't get a lot of Bruce in this, like, at all. It's all Batman. And that's why I liked it so much.
Hell yeah.
We also see in, like, previous... This is kind of a good thing, actually. Well, okay, hang on. Let me go back to the bad.
Okay.
I think that Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne was pretty eh. The more his Batman went on in the movie, the more I started enjoying it. At first, I wasn't a huge fan. Towards the end, I liked it a lot. I think that there was some direction, like in the very end, the Riddler, the direction they were taking the Riddler was Batman and the Riddler are the same person, essentially, because they both have the idea of saving Gotham. One just goes about it in a very more brutal way, I guess, because he kills people and bombs people, whereas the Batman just brutally beats the hell out of them. Mm-hmm. In the end, the Riddler ends up in jail, and then suddenly he just starts bombing everything for no reason. It literally doesn't give us a reason as of why, but he just starts bombing everything and completely floods Gotham. It made no sense, but it happened. I did not like that. It wasn't consistent. More
questions than answers every time you watch it, man. You know what I mean? You get it?
Anyway, I'm going to start talking about the good. So, oh shit, what was I talking about before?
The good.
Oh, Batman. So in the previous Batman movies, you know, we have like crime fighter Batman. We see all these different, and we also see like Playboy Bruce, all this. In this one, we get straight up just Detective Batman, just straight up, and I loved it.
Cool.
I love seeing, like, there's even a scene in which one of the photographers for the crime scene was literally following Batman around because he was finding all the clues that the detectives weren't. It was very just, you know, he is actually a good detective in this movie. Something that doesn't really happen in the others. They took a lot of cinematic... they were really trying to make this like a cinematic masterpiece in which, like, oh, look at this cool camera angle. It didn't quite work, but there were some good angles. There was one particular angle in which Batman sacrifices himself after realizing that what he's doing is similar to the Riddler's, and he gets this almost baptism thing. He sacrificed himself, but he actually survives and he gets baptized, and it was beautiful how it worked, just him rising out of the water, and then he lit this flare and everything had this red tint around him as he was in this water, people looking at him through like destruction of the stadium they were in. It was truly beautiful.
Ooh.
Like,
see, now I think it'll probably come out on like HBO or something.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll almost definitely watch it then because it seems like it's pretty cool.
It was. I really liked it. It was a little bit too long, but I really liked it.
3 hours, right? Yeah. Like,
yeah.
That's what.
It's 3 hours.
That's what made me just be like, I don't know if I want to waste like a good portion of an afternoon watching Batman bat around. But
yeah, I'm serious, man.
I will
like,
when it comes on streaming.
That scene of him rising out of the water with that flare, I would put that on my wall. It just looks so beautiful.
Would you? So, have you seen The Godfather?
No.
We ought to watch that together sometime. That, like, when you were talking about, like, it's like a baptism almost. There's a proper baptism scene at the end of the first Godfather that is just straight up like 3 minutes of like the coolest movie making I've ever seen.
Okay.
And it's super fucking awesome. We gotta watch it sometime because I want to know your take on it because it's fucking sweet. It's like, it's very famous.
Okay.
Yeah, we should. I think that's on HBO. Maybe not, but
I believe
we ought to
so.
find it and we ought to find it and watch party that some point.
But Batman, I liked it. I give it 2 thumbs up. The theme towards the end, they were kind of like, Batman realized after his baptism that the way he's going about things is wrong and that he needs to change.
Yeah.
And he kind of said that Batman is not the only person that can save Gotham, kind of representing Bruce has to step in now. So they had this moody Bruce this whole time, and then they're bringing it like, hey, he realizes now that it's not just about Batman. Bruce can do this too. And I'm like, okay, cool. One thing, this thing really bothered me.
Okay, get mad.
No. I was a little mad when I saw it.
Don't force it.
I was a little mad when I saw it, not gonna lie. Halfway through the movie, I was like, dude, a good Batman movie with no Joker. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. In the very end, they throw in the fucking Joker. Like, are you
Is it
kidding
Joaquin
me?
Phoenix or?
No, it's Matt Reeves.
Batman Joker. Let's see.
It's Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Oh, this is a funny picture. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. Was it in like the end credits or?
Yeah, you don't see him though. You just hear him.
Okay.
But
of course, dude. Of course you do.
I was like, man, this movie is so gritty and so just dark. I was like, I love that stuff, right? It's so serious.
And then you heard like the
Marvel
Joker beatboxing at the end.
I heard the Joker beatbox, and I was like, God damn it! Like, can we not be original? I want to see a good Batman with no Joker. That's all I want.
Hey. Yeah, maybe the Batman 2, The Killing Joke, whatever it might be. Maybe that's the best Batman movie.
If they made a Killing Joke live action, I'll be for it. The Killing Joke is a really good line. I'll be for that. But I don't want a Joker. I don't. Now, it's been said that Matt Reeves says he doesn't know if he's actually returning. That means it could have just been a cameo. But I really hope he's not in it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what I really want, because it's so gritty, I want the next Batman, his main villain, to be the Scarecrow, because it's just so dark and gritty.
But what if we got Danny DeVito as the Penguin again? Tell me that wouldn't be fucking sweet.
They already have the Penguin
in that movie.
Yeah. He was a big part of it.
In the Batman? He's in the Batman? Well, never mind then. Fuck. Was it Danny?
I couldn't tell because they were just so short. No, it was definitely
That's
Danny.
So mean.
It was definitely Danny.
I feel like you're pulling my chain right now. The Batman Penguin. All right. That's not Danny, you son of a bitch. You fucker.
I'm gonna be real. The whoever did the makeup for what's his name? What's the actor's name?
Oh, I think it's Colin Farrell.
Yes,
No,
Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Whoever did the makeup for Colin did a fucking fantastic job. You could not tell.
He
it was
doesn't
him.
look like the same person, and that's why I wasn't sure it was Colin Farrell.
Yeah, it didn't look like him, and it was fucking great. There is a reason that the Penguin's getting his own show on HBO now, because it looks so good. It looks so good, and he did a good job. Did you know that they're giving Penguin an HBO show now because of the Batman movie?
That's pretty cool.
I believe it's an HBO show. I don't know how much I like it, but it's interesting.
Like. Yeah. Huh.
It's what?
That is interesting. But it's saying it looks like it's gonna be a spin-off like show. Yeah, on HBO. Batman Penguin spin-off HBO Max development. Oh yeah, he does look cool. Which one of these? Yeah, that picture I just sent you. Which one's actually better, bro? Come on.
Oh yeah, right. It's
on the right.
It's the right one. Yeah.
Yeah, is Danny DeVito as the Penguin with his fucking crazy ass makeup, tall ass hat. Oh, every day of the week it is.
I should I give a rating for the movie? Because
Yeah, why not?
I don't have a solid rating, okay? But
Okay. Then don't. I don't know.
I'll
What
give
do you
it
think?
like a 6.5 or a 7. Still really
Okay.
good. I just think that it could have a lot of improvements. The soundtrack was a
All
little
right, all right.
repetitive. While it was really good, it was quite repetitive at times, and I think they tried a little bit too hard with the cool cinematography. It just didn't fit right in some
Like Dutch angles
situations.
all over the place.
That and like the artistic choices they chose. Like there was one scene in which Batman was in a very dark hall, and the only light you had was off the guns as they were fighting in a very tight hallway.
That sounds cool.
It was cool, but it was also like it went on a little bit too long, and it was just like unnecessary. I guess it was
Yeah.
cool. I think like Caitlin thought it just hurt her eyes.
Yeah. Fair
So
enough.
it was I don't know, it has mixed reviews for that scene. Um, yeah, it was a good movie though. I'd watch it again.
Because I have seen, maybe we can watch it on HBO sometime. I have seen people on Twitter say that was a pretty dog shit Batman movie, and also that is the best Batman movie. So I can't tell where it lands. So I'll have to watch it myself. It sounds like, and it does sound cool. So
I've heard
I
both as well. Yeah.
so Paul Dano as the Riddler. I heard there was a I heard there was like read an article, and it might be fake, but it was talking about for him to get into, I think it's fake by the way, to get into like character for like the Riddler and get truly deranged and fucked up and in the mind of like an incel, he abstained for sex from 2 weeks. And there was a comment that was like, bro, 2 weeks? I've been doing this shit for 25 years. And it's
Well,
like,
I mean, also looking at the actor, can he really pull that much?
apparently, if he's like, if it was so hard and it really fucked me up, apparently Paul Dano's pulling in crazy. Like,
I guess so.
apparently he's good. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's had a wife for like 15 years, so
I guess.
Zoe Kazan. I mean, I guess he's got a wife. He's doing something right. I don't know. He looks.
I
He
feel
looks
like
he's
that
an
article's
interesting
got to
looking
be
guy.
fake, right? It's got to
It's
be.
gotta be, yeah. But it was it's one of those things where I'm not gonna fact check it because I'd like that to be real. So I'm gonna assume it.
He,
I'm just gonna, it's real in my head.
Paul did an okay job as the Riddler. It wasn't the
Yeah.
most spectacular thing in my opinion, but he did an okay job. So yeah, okay.
Well,
Do you have a topic off your list?
little minor thing. I've been reading a lot more again. I used to read a lot like last year and like for like a while I was just reading a bunch and then I stopped. And there's like a little bookstore nearby that you can like be like, "Hey, do you have these books in stock?" Or like, "Hey, if I like ask you for this book, can you order it?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And then, you know, how bookstores work. And then you can just order them all online and then they'll text you when they get them and you can just show up and pay there. And it's like, I don't know, I bought like four or five new books. So I've been
Okay.
enjoying them. Yeah, been reading a lot more. I got the Bell Jar going right now. When I'm done with that, there's one. It's like The Year of Magical Thinking, which is like a nonfiction book about this lady's life. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I got like 4 books queued up now after my current one, and I bought like I recently bought like a big volume of or like set like a full like series. It's Goodnight Pun Pun of manga, and it's apparently very good. And I read the first volume and I liked it, but I don't want to read straight manga. I want to like probably alternate novel manga. So
See, I haven't really
what I've
read
been
a
up
lot
to.
of manga, but for me, I mean, I banged out a whole manga series in a day. They're not very
That's the thing, yeah. If you have access to them, like if you own them or if you have them online on like Viz or like you find like a real cool site where you can just read them for free, uh, you can really bang through them.
Yeah,
Just because
yeah.
it's like there's much less text, but it's a lot more like visual storytelling. And I feel like when like, did you read it online? Or did you have it like physically?
I had it physical.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but like compared to online, when I read it online, like I read Demon Slayer very, very, very fast. And then like when I read like the first volume of Goodnight Pun Pun, and then like a lot of Attack on Titan, I read physical. Like when I don't know, for me, I like when I physically have the book, it takes me longer because like I want to appreciate the art more, especially on like the big like double spread where you have this big ass book and you open it and it's like both pages are this one massive piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I feel like it takes a little longer to read physical.
I have the opposite effect, but it's because I have a hard time reading online. Like the text is either too small or too big.
Yeah,
And so whenever it's physical, I can have that just enough, range so that I can read pretty fast.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
if it's on my phone, way too small. On my computer, it's way too big, and I don't get the whole
Yeah.
page. So I just reading online, it's a struggle for me, and that's why I don't read as
I
much as
don't
I
prefer
would.
it. Yeah. I don't prefer. That's why I don't like spend so much time read. Like if I read online, I kind of like go through it quickly because it's like it's not how I prefer to do it. So it's like, just kind of read. But
Right.
like, I could read faster on like a physical thing. Yeah, same as you. But it's like, I don't know. I'm more inclined to like look at and like enjoy it because I'm not like uncomfortably looking up at my monitor or like
Yeah.
looking down at my phone. So
Um, I haven't really been reading much. I still like read comics every once in a while. I've been on The Amazing
yeah,
Spider-Man from 1990, I believe.
I gotta get back on Invincible.
Dude, so
Shit.
the other day I was looking at some Invincible comics on eBay, and I
Yeah.
reread like this awesome fight. Like I remember when I first read it, it took the breath out of me. Right? It was just so
Yeah.
awesome. I just
Yeah.
And the second time I read it, it did the same exact thing. I was like, man, that's a well written scene, man. That's just so that
Oh yeah.
the battle took place over 6 comic issues, and I could not put down the comics as I kept. And this is my second time reading it. I know exactly what happens and what everyone says. I was still fucking hooked. It's such a good series. Such
Damn.
a good one.
I'm gonna have to get in on it, man. There's been a couple things like that. There was a couple arcs of One Piece. There's one called Marineford, which is like the Infinity War of One Piece, where like every big player in the whole like One Piece world essentially somehow ends up in this one big place, and they're all fighting, and it's all like centralized about around this one main event that's happening, and like the main character essentially gets relegated to side character while all the side characters get like all the greatest world like story building and character development and everything. It's great. And I wonder, I don't know how many chapters it is. Let me bring it up. But they're like 20-page chapters. How many chapters is Marineford? And I remember I read it all the way through. It's 30 chapters, so it is decent length, which is like 4 volumes. I don't know how much. I don't know how that. Yeah, it's probably similar length-ish to Invincible, but like it was like legit like, oh, I just started this arc and it's like 4 in the afternoon and I just read until I was done and then I went to sleep. Like it was crazy the whole way through, and there's been a couple other things, but
Yeah,
that's
Invincible
like
was
a
that way for me. Where it
oh
just
yeah,
you
there's some
know
really good ones.
I can remember a couple times after work I would come home, maybe like watch an episode of a show, and then I would read until I fell asleep. Like just it was
Yeah.
just that good. You
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah.
And I
When I
go on.
oh, go ahead, sorry. Oh, when I decided like, yo, I'll catch up on One Piece. I started from 0, and then like for like a month. And it wasn't like every day, and it wasn't like every day that I did it, I didn't go like from start reading to sleep. It was, but like there was like quite a few times where I would like get home from work and be like, all right, it's 7. I gotta be back in at 9. I'm gonna read until like 11 at night, and then I'll like wake up tomorrow and go to work. And it like, man, it's good, but
Oh yeah.
It's fucking too long, man. I haven't read any manga like of like the weekly stuff. There's three that I was reading weekly. I haven't read any in like 2 months, so I'm a little behind. So I got to catch up. But
Right.
yeah, what
Um,
were you gonna say? Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say I don't really read much, but
Yeah, yeah.
so like I haven't had that like I can't put this down very often. There's been a couple series like when I was in school and stuff, but yeah, Invincible is probably the most fun I've had reading in a long ass time. Like maybe the Michael Vey series is better for
I've never
me.
reading that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one I had a lot of fun. I think I read all of them except the very last one because it came out like a couple years ago. But that
Oh yeah.
one I loved that series. I couldn't put it down. Just absolutely could not. Yeah, no, I
Ebook.
wish I can get back into reading.
What I did, and I started getting back into it like pretty aggressively, was I would sit down and like before I went to bed, like I'd like turn my alarm on my phone and then like put it face down where I couldn't like easily reach it, but I could still have like access to my light or something, and I would just sit in bed, read one chapter, and then be like, okay, I'm done. And like there was a couple times where I was like, I want to read another chapter, but I just like make myself stop so that the next day I would know I already wanted to go. I was like, oh man, I want to read that next chapter, and so I would sit down and then I'd read one chapter, and then I'd be like, oh, I want to read the next one, but I'd make myself stop, and then I got into the habit of just before I go to bed, I'm just like, oh, I want to read,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just read now,
See,
and I just like, I don't know,
it would help me if there like whenever I did read. I was in Indiana. We had a really nice library there where I could pick out
yeah,
basically anything I wanted. Here, we only have like war books or
yeah,
Robert Patter. What's that? What's that one? Patterson.
Twilight.
Um, no,
don't know.
James Patterson books.
James Patterson.
Is it James?
James?
Yeah, James Patterson, where
Pat-
he's got like a million books, and they're just like the
Oh,
most
he did.
generic.
He did like the freaking. Yeah. The president is missing. Along came a spider. Run, Rose, run. Fear no
Yeah,
evil.
exactly.
And it's like. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he wrote a book with Bill Clinton, the president's daughter.
like that's the kind of books we
Oh,
have
yeah.
in our library.
Alex
So
Cross. Yep.
yeah, so it's like there's nothing for me, and I don't want to buy a book. I just want to read it and get on with it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the predicament
I
I'm in.
I have a library nearby, but I don't go to it ever because I'm stupid. But I do have like this nice like local bookshop nearby that I go to quite often, especially if I'm just like around. I'll like stop in and like look around. And they have this like cool section where I found one of the books I picked up that I didn't end up ordering online. I just got while I was there picking up my books, was called "They All Die at the," or they both die at the end, or something like that. About, I read the blurb on the back. It's like the world is ending in X amount of days, blah blah blah, and then these people are just trying to find someone to experience the last days of their life with, and like everyone in the world is doing it, so they're just trying to find a person. And there's like, it's a whole thing, and they have like a staff pick section, and I found this because in the staff pick section they just have like a thing, and it's like, hey yo, this person really liked this book, and like I picked it up and I was looking at the back, and then the person who like put like that in the staff pick section was like, oh, I like this book, and they told me about it, and I was like, this sounds dope, so I bought it. And I don't know, and I don't go to the like, so that's nice, and then I get to support a local business, and I don't like, I don't know. If I read a book and I really really like it, I put it on my shelf and I keep it, and I'm like, this is a good book. Look at this, and it looks cool, and it's a whole thing. And if I don't like it, like I've donated them to libraries, and I've like just given them to friends. If it's like, hey, this book was fine, it wasn't great, but you want to read it? It's like, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So I have like a collection of books, but it's only the ones I really like.
Yeah,
But
I guess
still,
where I just don't read that often, I just can't justify buying a book.
Yeah.
There's a
Because
couple
like, and
that
some
I
are like
would.
$25.
Right,
You know,
right.
you get like
It's
a nice hardcover. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, if I read, I want a hardcover. You know, I want a nice hardcover. But
Yeah, some books don't come in hardcover. Like the 4 I got plus the 5th one that I like the staff pick. None of they're all paperback, which is like whatever. But
yeah, no, it doesn't really matter to me. But it's like if I got the option, I want a hardcover.
oh
But
oh yeah,
it's so much
if
more
it's a
expensive.
hardcover book, I don't have to like it as much to want to put it on my shelf.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's just one of those like it's hard for me to justify buying a book. Even whenever I was really into the Invincible series, I'm like, man, I should buy them, and I was just like, no, I just can't justify spending the money on it.
If you think you might read it again through, like, I mean, like in my mind, like I read all of One Piece, and I'm cool with never owning One Piece again because I'm never gonna read it again. But Attack on Titan, I read all the way through, and then I was like, that was sick. And now, instead of just buying like the volumes individually, they put out these Colossal Editions, which are just 5 or 6 volumes in one. I think there's gonna be 2 more that come out. And I buy those because I am gonna reread it, and I've read some of those already, and they look good, and they're like cheap for how many volumes you get. So
right. Let's see. The only ones I really think I'm gonna reread is the Michael Vey series. That one I probably will reread. Yeah. I just that one I've had it on my Amazon cart for so long. I just haven't bought it. Like it's the whole collection, and I just haven't bought it. I don't know.
The movie that came out in like the 80s that I'm like, this is a great movie. People should watch this. Is Akira. I've tried to watch it, but he is like, I don't watch anime. But we freaking they put out like a 30th anniversary, 40th anniversary thing that was like looks so good, and it's like all 6 volumes.
Right.
And I want it so bad, but it's like $200.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, no, I can't do it for 6 volumes. No. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna bring it up, but yeah, it's oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, $30 for a
cool
book
box.
is pretty expensive.
Yeah. It's 6 volumes. You get like a cool patch that is like the patch of like it's like a pill and it says good for health, bad for education. It's like on the main character's like jacket, and it comes in like a box that like the top like 2 quadrants open up and it's like they like flip out, and it's like the box looks sick and it looks great, and it's 6 hardcover books that have like exclusive art on like the spine. It great. The inside of the box looks cool too. You know what? It's not as bad. It's $150.
Okay.
And if I was gonna buy it, and I have the first edition already, and I read it, and I was like, I want to read the rest of this because the movie's only like 2 of the volumes. So I might sell that or like give it to a friend if they're like interested in like, hey, what is Akira? Maybe I'll buy that because it's
125. You said
150.
150. That's $25 per book. That's not bad because that's
supposed to be 200, but it's 25% off right now.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I mean, yeah, because like I said, $25 a book, and you know, sometimes books are $25, especially if they're hardback. That's basically just like a nice little case for free, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Is like the patch is cool. The box is really cool. I can send you the link. The box is really cool.
Yeah, send that to me real quick.
My problem is I can put the books on my shelf. I don't know how I'm gonna get the box on my shelf. Like I have a and like you can see like in the 4th image, like it flips open in like a cool way, and it has like the art of like the city, like kind of like deteriorating.
Yeah,
and, like it looks nice.
Is your bookshelf not long not long but wide enough?
I don't think it's deep enough.
Or that's what I meant. Yeah, deep.
It might be. I guess they probably have they have
dimensions.
The dimensions. It's 13 by 11 by 13. I could I think it's at least a foot deep. I could probably slap it on top. The thing is I have like, so like it's I get maybe it's like a foot by a foot each square of my bookshelf, and it's 2 squares wide and 3 squares tall. So it's like a 2 by 3,
Hmm.
and I could put it sideways, but I don't know. And across the top is where I have like all of my favorite book. I have like No Longer Human and all these other books that I've read, and like these are my favorite of my favorite that I've kept. They're up top, and then I have like Attack on Titan is one of the boxes, and it kind of floods into the next box, and then I have like Full Metal Alchemist and Goodnight Pun Pun, and then a bunch of my novels that aren't like in series, and like all that stuff. And it's like if I'm gonna put Akira on there, I don't know if it'll fit in one of the boxes, and if it does, that's kind of a weird fit. And then also, if I'm gonna put it on top, then it's a box on top of my bookshelf,
Yeah.
and I'd have to take my other favorite, like some of my favorite like other ones that just aren't gonna fit. I have to take those down and put them in a different. It's like a
Well,
whole thing.
instead of the box being on its back, can't you stand it up?
What?
Can't you stand the
Oh,
box
like
up?
have it like sitting so when it's open, the books are standing up normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's still like a box sitting there, which is like kind of weird. Cause the top does look cool. It's got like Kaneda on the bike, and then like the front also looks cool. It has like the big Akira text. So it's like I don't even know which side I would want to display. The patch is really cool though.
I guess
But
you would see the bike if you stand it up.
yeah, and the bike is cool. It has the red Akira text. It's a whole thing. I gotta figure it out. There's
Well,
all sorts of shenanigans with
I'm looking at
moving
this.
shit around.
This seems like a really good deal for 125 because you also got the art book in there.
150, but
Or
yeah. Oh,
150,
comes with an
sorry,
art
yeah.
book?
It comes with an art book.
That's not in the pictures.
Look at the
Scroll
reviews.
down. Oh yeah.
It
New
comes with,
designs on all the things. The art book is really cool. It's an iron-on patch. Has the original Japanese art. Very cool. Yeah, I mean on like I might. I'm
the box is magnetic too,
Oh
which is
wow,
like
the
a
art
nice
book's really
quality.
cool.
It seems like a pretty nice box set, honestly.
Yeah, I want to get it. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet because every time I look at it and it says $200 or 150 now because it's on sale a little bit, but it's like, oy.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe after I get some tires. Maybe
Yeah.
after I get some tires.
I'm sure it'll go on sale again, right?
Oh yeah.
$16 a
And
page.
as far as I know, Akira is a very good manga. I've only seen the movie in the first volume, so we'll see. But apparently, it's very very good. So I got to read it at some point.
Um, yeah, see, like, you've got this $150 box set. The box set I'm looking at is $50 for seven books.
What are you looking at? Is it Invincible?
Michael Vey. It's a
Oh, Michael,
paperback
yeah.
set, but it's got 7 books. It's
Oh
like,
yeah. And it's paperback too, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
But Michael
yeah.
Bay isn't like a crazy popular thing as well.
Right, yeah. It
Um,
was, yeah.
And this is like and I don't know about Michael Vey. I don't think Michael Vey had their 35th anniversary recently, so so that's probably why that's a bit more expensive and hardcover. But what's the does it have like a cool look or Michael
No,
Vey?
no, it's just the third cover as,
Oh,
yeah, it's just the third,
oh,
yeah,
46.99 Michael Vey complete collection 1 through 7.
yeah. There's nothing cool
Oh yeah, I
about
see
it,
that.
but it's, it'd be
It
nice
is
to
a
have all of
box
them.
set though.
Yeah, it's a box set.
Oh, I see. Oh, there's a bunch of box sets they have. Oh, this one is way
They have a
expensive.
bunch of
This
them?
one's a lot more expensive. Well, I looked up Michael Vey box set. This one's
On Amazon?
132 on sale for 93. It's hardcover and the art looks like maybe it's the last book. Copy. Here you go. I'll send it over to you in Discord. This one looks pretty cool.
Okay, I see what you're talking about, the $93 one. And they're
Yeah.
hardcovers?
Michael Bay. I think
Hmm.
it said that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, hardcover. Uh, my opinion, cooler, like nicer colored art. I don't know about cooler, just people like cowering on top of a building, but doesn't
Yeah,
look bad at all.
but I don't know if I can justify $100.
$100 is steep. I mean, that's I don't know, $15 probably per book, hardcover.
It's literally doubling the price for hardcover, which I don't know
That's
if
true.
I don't know if hardcover's that important to me. I don't know. There is
Yeah.
a book that I have also had in my cart for a while. It's called The City on Fire or City on Fire. And it's a novel about I guess like a murder and they're it's following three different people and it's kind of like how they all tie in together to this murder. I read like I think the first quarter of it and I really liked it, but I was in high school and the year
Yeah.
ended and so I had to return the book and I just never picked it up again. But it's only $13.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like
Do it.
it's $13 for a hardcover and I'm like, dude, I might get that. I might get that.
I say, dude, $13. You seem to enjoy it. I'd buy that. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm also like quick. Like if I'm like I want to read a book, I feel like I'm like yeah I'll read a book.
See, it's $13 for the hardcover or $8 for a paperback. $8 is not expensive at all.
$8 is dumb cheap, but then you just gotta think like $5 and it'll look nice and feel nice to read.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
I'd spend the extra $5.
It is a thicker book. It's 944 pages, which is not like super thick, but that's thick.
That's a big book.
Yeah.
That's a big book.
So
Yeah.
I got about
The Bell
quarter
Jar,
into
which I'm reading now, I think is like 250. Like it's
Yeah.
It's not particularly long, but like that is a novel still. Like
Yeah, but I was just so
reading 4 Bell Jars.
Yeah, I was just surprised that like it's $13 and it's like almost 1,000 pages and hardcover. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it called again? I want to see this.
City on Fire. I got a link if you want it.
By Don Winslow. Winslow.
Garth. I sent you a link. I don't think it's a very popular one, like at all.
Yeah, I looked up City on Fire, and there's Don Winslow, City on Fire, a novel. Oh, it looks like it's a pre-order, maybe. Yeah, and it's like 21, but it's a whole thing. Anyways, that looks cool.
Yeah,
it's a cool looking book.
The Kindle version is more expensive than the hardcover.
Oh yeah, you got to get the fucking hardcover then.
Right?
Still, I guess. Yeah.
I enjoyed it for the quarter I went through. It was a little confusing because it was jumping from character to character a lot, but I also wasn't like I was reading this in class rather than in a quiet environment. So
yeah, you're not sitting at home chilling. Like, dude, the best place to read a book, and like maybe you could do it with this, is like legit like just lay down in bed.
Yeah.
Get a couple blankets behind you and just fucking post up and chill.
Yeah.
It's great.
Our bed, we can like lean it. So I probably just, lean it up.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
It's nice. It's not like I've been putting my Steam Link in my bedroom and I've been playing like Lego City Underworld, whatever.
Oh, Lego GTA, you mean?
Yeah, Lego GTA. And I just,
GTA.
I just pull the bed up and then I can just sit there and play Lego GTA. It's pretty nice.
Lego GTA. I mean, that's kind of a vibe.
Yeah, it's I kind of think I want to get this. I don't know. Maybe Caitlin's got
the trigger on it, man.
Caitlin's got like the fifth. Is it called the Fifth Wave? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
She's got the Fifth Wave series or just the first one? She's got all three. So I'm like, also like, do I spend money on a book like City on Fire or should I just read one that's free? You know what I mean?
Oh, the Fifth Wave. I think I read the first one of this. Cassie Sullivan.
It's like about zombies or something like that. About survival, which I like survival novels.
The Fifth Assault from. Yeah. Is this the one? Maybe it's
It's the one
not.
where Tobey
I read
Maguire
one recently.
directed the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Where? Maybe I'll watch that. No, there was one. It was Divergence that I read.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That like
I've read
I read
those.
like the first book, and I was like, damn, this really do be teenage girl decides between two hot, almost identical men, and also has to save the world, isn't it? Like,
It is, yeah. I read all of
yeah,
them,
yeah,
and you're exactly right.
yeah,
I didn't really like the second and third one, but I just went ahead and read them.
yeah, yeah.
And
I remember
yeah.
I got it from the library at school, and I was like, I gave it back to I was like, I turned it in. She was like, oh, did you like it? And I was like, it was all right. And she was like, we got the second one in. You want it? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. After like halfway through the second one, I kind of stopped paying attention, and then the third one, I don't remember what happened at all. I don't, like, at all.
Ah,
So it was a lackluster series, I would say. Similar to like the Hunger Games. I wasn't a huge Hunger Games fan, like at all.
and then like Maze Runner. I remember liking the first one,
Ugh.
and then
Ugh.
I never read. I like read half the second one, and I was like, I'm kind of done with this,
Dude, I read the first one, and I kind of thought it was a little boring, and I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and give the second and third one a chance. I got like a couple chapters into the second one, and I was done. I couldn't.
It's so much worse.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I remember, dude, when I read Ender's Game, the first Ender's Game, that shit was fucking awesome.
I've always wondered if that was good.
Dude, oh my god. The first Ender's Game book is just fucking sick. Like it's cool the whole way through. It's like the coolest sci-fi shit.
What is it about?
I read this in like 2013.
Yeah, I know.
So
yeah.
it's been a minute. I remember like the big thing at the end that was like, holy shit, this book is fucking based. And then like, as far as I know, it's like space, and there's aliens, and they're in these ships, and they gotta like, the military's like, oh, we gotta fight the fucking aliens with our ships, and the kid Ender, I think, is like a really good like tactician, and he's really, really smart, and they're like training all these soldiers, and he's being a soldier that's trained up, and it's like this whole thing. But man, it's like American military science fiction action film. Let's see. Ender's Game. Let's see. Set in an unspecified date in Earth's future. And there's some baddies. And there's a third invasion coming, and then the Earth's international military force recruits young children, including Andrew Ender Wiggin, to be trained as elite officers. They play. The children learn military strategy and leadership by playing increasingly difficult war games, including some in zero gravity, where Ender's tactical genius is revealed, and it's just fucking awesome.
Okay.
It's a really, really cool book. There's a couple games after that, or Ender's Game series.
Isn't there like 3?
So, yeah, Ender's Game came out in like 85, and then there's like a bunch of ones after. No, I don't want in publication order. There's like a bunch of them.
Oh, seriously? Oh my god, there is.
Yeah. So I think there's like 3 books you should read. I read the first one, and I was like, that was fucking sweet. I'd like to read another one, and I think I read like half the second one, and I stopped not because I like got bored of it, just because I think I had to give it back to my friend because I wasn't going to see him over the summer, and then I just didn't ask him for the book when the next year came around.
They've got 2 more coming out.
Yeah, I don't know if it like...
Okay, so there's only 4 in the Ender series, but then they have like, oh wait, no, there's more than 4.
I think within that
1, 2,
universe
3,
there's a
4,
bunch, right?
5, 6. There are 6 in the Ender series, 7 in the Ender series, and there's like 20 in the whole universe.
Yeah.
So like,
and then there's like some of them are comics too. Some of them are like novellas. Some of them are comics. So.
Okay. Okay. Wow, I didn't know it came out in 85.
I didn't either.
That's crazy.
They I think they like re-released it sometime when the movie was coming out, and that's where I read it because like I remember there being like a dude on the front. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I remember
cool.
too. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I did not know that about Ender's Game.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Ender's Game. Just like the first one was like I remember like halfway, like I don't know when like the big like yo this book is fucking sick moment happened, but I remember when it happened I was like this is like 13-year-old Michael was like this is the best book I've ever read.
Okay.
I was like this is sick. I was more into sci-fi back then as well, but yeah, I fucked with it pretty heavily.
So
as a younger lad.
We'll try to wrap this up, but I got one more series that I absolutely loved and could not put it down. The Ashfall series. That was an amazing series. I actually met the author. He went to our school and he signed my book. I've got a signed copy of Ashfall, and I love it because it's actually genuinely like my favorite book ever.
That's pretty cool.
It's about the Yellowstone National Volcano exploding, and this one kid has to try and survive. You know, there's ash falling from the sky. Because there's like this layer of ash surrounding the United States and like that region of the world, it starts snow. They're in like an ice age basically because there's no sun at all.
Yeah,
and it's really cool to see it go from trying to survive all the ash to trying to survive the cold, because the ash isn't really a problem anymore. It's the amount of snow that's coming down because it's so cold. And I think I finished the first and second book, but I never finished the third one just because I didn't have access to it. But I love this series. It's so good. So good.
There is a couple things. So there's this book series that I read. It's like science fiction, and when I read it, I was like 15, 16. I got it from my friend. It's called Red Rising, and it's like this. It came. I don't know when it came out, but I think it was like one of the first-ish, maybe. Probably not books to be like, hey, there's like all these classes, and like gold is at the top, and then there's like silver and blah 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 blah, and the very bottom is red, and red is like all these like miners and all these gross like blah blah blah, like these dudes are like the slaves of the like civilization, and
it looks
these
like
games.
It looks like the female symbol but upside down. That's
what Red Rising.
I'm looking at the class ranks, and red at the very bottom, their symbol is the female symbol but upside down.
Yeah, of course. I think there's 6 books now or something like that. But I've only read the first one, but it was I really fucked with it a lot because it was like this kid, he gets pulled from the red ranks, and he gets like genetically modified to become a gold because they're just like genetically better, and like he essentially has infiltrated the golds, and then like all the golds have these like death games where they like throw all these like people into like these arenas and you fight to the death, and it is like a really brutal, like these kids are fucking killing each other with like powers. Not power, they were just like really strong people, and it was like really cool, and like they had this big map that was super detailed, and like they'd be like, he ran up north, blah blah blah, to this, and you could like go back and like look at the front of the book and like look at it. It was really cool. I don't know how good it is actually, but I liked it a lot, and like a lot of cool things.
They've got a little board game for it, or card game.
Oh, my final thing is one book I read last year that is like actually one of my favorite books now, and I have a signed copy from the author. Is Clara and the Sun, about like these like maybe I'll bore you with the details another time, but because we gotta wrap this up, but I will highly recommend it to you, and I can tell you about it. I might loan it to you as well. Just don't fuck it up because it's signed. But
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's great book. Or if you can find it, I don't think it's super expensive anywhere. And then maybe if like Caitlin's interested in reading it, like we could see if she also wants to read it, so it'd be more worth a buy.
It's like $15.
But yeah, $15 for a hardcover. Yeah, it's like is very good. But I will I can tell you about that another time. But that is the end of my spiel.
Okay. Well, we got some nice little conversations in today. I enjoy it. I enjoyed
Book
it.
talk.
This is the book episode. Yep.
Book talk, bookcast. Fuck Kanye. We're a book talk podcast now.
Yeah, we're never gonna mention Kanye ever again.
Who?
What are we talking about?
Exactly. Books forever.
God bless.
God bless America.